All right, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this live stream here. Hey, Mr. Lunatic, how you doing? Let me cut this down a little bit. How's the sound? Just give me a one if the sound is good. And then I'm going to get to the story. The link to the story I'm going to be reading and talking about is in the description below this video. So if you're watching this after the fact, just push pause. I hear a 2. What's up with the 2? Just hit pause and open up the link below and then come back and we'll start talking about this thing. Okay, good. We're good. We're good to go. Hey, Jeff, Rose, Thomas, Rick, what's up, brother? Mad Cat. Hello, everybody. I am Felix. What's going on, man? I'm in the middle of, I took a quick break in the middle of my constitutional law study for tomorrow's class. We are talking about free speech methodology. And the case that I'm working on right now is Alexander v. U.S., which is the pornography case. And yeah, I'm not going to be happy with this one. So just let you know. All right. So here's the deal. First of all, if you haven't seen it, I put it up on OCT and on my channel. The 911 calls from my open carry walk down in Sarasota, Florida. As you know, Florida is not a traditional open carry state. And in order to be able to open carry legally, you must be hunting, fishing, or camping, or on your way to or from such activities. And so we went and did some fishing. No, we didn't catch anything. My Kylo Ren rod was not as good as I guess I had hoped it would be. So yeah, Moms Demand Action should be an adult film, but it's not. It's believe it or not, it's supposedly an organization that people on the left and other morons completely put some kind of stock into, but yet they've been proven wrong time and time again. Yeah, I went with the Armed Fisherman, absolutely, with Soliaker there. But so I just posted 911 calls from that, and then I was reading a story from Oklahoma, from our brothers up north there in Oklahoma, and it just cracked me up that, I mean, I have to wonder if the gun dense folks, they call themselves gun sense, but I call them gun dense. I have to wonder if the gun dense folks even, if they even recognize how stupid they sound. So as I read through this, basically what happened was a couple of the guys up in Oklahoma were doing a Second Amendment audit. They were walking through the streets of Nichols Hills, and this happened on last Wednesday. And apparently, according to this story, I mean, here's the first paragraph. Multiple well-known Second Amendment auditors walked through the streets of Nichols Hills Wednesday night, causing families and children to fear for their safety. Why? Were they pointing guns at somebody? Were they threatening people? What were they doing? Well, the story goes on, and it starts with a 911 call. Nichols 911. What's the address of your emergency? A dispatcher asked.
Yeah, there's people who just showed up with rifles and pistols,
the caller said.
I can't have my kids hanging around some dude walking around with an assault rifle in our city,
the caller said. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they sounded like. I can't have my kids hanging around some dude walking around with an assault rifle. Why not? Is your kid gonna grab the rifle because you didn't raise them right and start spraying everybody? What is it that your kid can't be around an assault rifle? Okay, I'm just gonna use the words of the story because I'm talking about the story. You and I both know that we don't the term assault rifle is to instill fear, which apparently is working because the morons are calling 911 and talking about how afraid they are. So several 911 calls came in Wednesday to the Nickel Hills Police Department from people describing a group parading down Grand Boulevard. Ma'am, they aren't doing anything illegal. That's what dispatch told them.
Yeah, until they freaking shoot somebody.
Isn't this interesting? Because that's what the caller said, by the way. Isn't this interesting that they call people? These are the same leftists, right? That are calling for the defunding of the police because the police are killing people, and presumably people of color. So they're calling people who kill somebody because they're worried about a person with a gun who might kill somebody. So either they are completely idiotic and ironic in the fact that they're making this phone call, or knowing that the police kill people, they're calling them to go after these gun owners so that the gun owners that wear badges can kill the gun owners that aren't wearing badges. And if that's the case, I mean, either one of them is wrong, because if it's the second one, then it's because they're the violent ones. That's part of the problem. So Moms Demand Action volunteer Khaki Porch. What a name. That is, let me tell you something, folks. If you're going to be in Moms Demand Action, you can't have a much better name than Khaki. Okay, because the cackling banshees of Moms Demand Action describe her to a T. Her name is Khaki Porch. Cackling Khaki. That's what I'm going to call her. So Moms Demand Action volunteer Cackling Khaki says her phone was also ringing off the hook. So not only are these people calling the police because they were so scared, who do you call when you're afraid? Moms Demand Action. Absolutely. You must call moms. If someone's breaking into your home in the middle of the night, make sure you have your local Moms Demand Action leader on speed dial, because they will be there in a second to make sure that those evil guns are fixed, that you're safe, okay? If you're getting robbed or raped on the street or in an alley, call Cackling Khaki or your local Moms Demand Action representative. Being raped? Man with a gun in your house just broke into your daughter's room? Did you walk in on a man raping your daughter? Call Moms Demand Action for immediate assistance. So what did Cackling Khaki do, right? What does she do? So there's these apparently Moms Demand Action, because they can't get it any other way, calling her saying that hey, there's people with guns out here, and I'm afraid for my life, right? And all these Moms Demand Action people are talking about how afraid for their lives are, right? So what does she do? Let's get back to the story here. She tells K4, that's the story that I linked down below, that she jumped in her car and drove down to the park where these evil, dangerous, violent men with guns were located. That's how evil and dangerous they are. Now, she didn't just jump down there. No, she went down there and took pictures. So these dangerous, violent, armed, menacing people with fire. And by the way, there were some women in this group. Okay. There were some women in this group as well. What's up there, J-Man? Josh is in the scene here. And went down and took pictures of these guys with their guns. I mean, what else do you do? What else do you do when there are people you're afraid of, but run up to the people you're afraid of and take pictures of them and probably say some things? I know that when I'm afraid, the first thing I do is go straight towards the fear. If there's something that bothers me, that's what I do. So Cackling Khaki says she recognized a familiar face, gun rights activist Timothy Harper. That's right. Harper's posted videos of himself openly carrying firearms into private businesses and on public property. And in the clips, Harper claims to be conducting, quote, First and Second Amendment audits. In November 2019, Harper recorded himself carrying a rifle into an Oklahoma City Twin Peaks restaurant. He was then arrested by Oklahoma City police on a complaint of carrying a weapon where alcohol is consumed. And a year after that arrest, officials say the case has been dismissed. So once again, the police overstretch their boundaries. They go too far. They arrest a law-abiding citizen and end up having to dismiss the charges. But yet a man's name and reputation has been smeared through the mud. His mugshot shared all over the place because the cops are dumbasses. All right. Eggman, how you doing, man? Zafarius, how you doing? So according to online reports, the charge against Harper was dismissed at the request of the prosecution. Now, here's what Porch said. This is what Khaki Khaki said, right? This is the part. This is the part that cracks me up, right? Khaki Khaki, she's sitting at home drinking her Budweiser seltzer. Okay, she's there drinking her wine cooler, minding her own business, when one of the moms demanding actions calls and tells her, "Hey, put down your White Claw, Khaki Khaki. We need you. Put on your cape and fly into action." So Khaki Khaki runs down to the park where Tim Harper is and where these open carry activists are. And she's so afraid. That's what she does, right? Quote, this is her speaking. This is Khaki Khaki.
They were there. They were here to intimidate us. More problems are going to happen. Reckless legislation is dangerous for our citizens.
Okay, wait a minute. They were here to intimidate us. Now, I realize that Democrats and libtards have their own idea of how pronouns are supposed to be used, right? But what I'm going to use the historical grammatical representation of what the word us means. It's a plural word, meaning more than one, and it includes the person speaking, us. So if I said they gave it to us, that would be me and somebody that's with me. It could be one or more persons, but either way, the word us means at least two people, just like the word they or them means more than one person, unless you're a libtard, okay? Unless you're one of these gender confused, emotionally irrational, and mentally deranged leftists. Generally, the word us means me. So, in other words, she went down to this park. She goes down to this park where these gun owners, and then claims that she's intimidated. She was so intimidated that she left the comfort of her own home, had to put down her White Claws and wine coolers just to get down there so that she could speak to the media. That's how intimidating these guys are. And this is what I don't get. Do these leftists not even understand how stupid they sound when they're out here saying, they were here to intimidate us? You were at home, bitch. You were sitting on your couch. Nobody was bothering you until you went and injected yourself into that situation. This continues. Surveillance video Thursday afternoon also shows Harper strolling down Northwest 23rd with his rifle and sling. This isn't about First or Second Amendment rights. Don Spencer of the Oklahoma Second Amendment Association said it's about YouTube and money. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, right now. Right now. The Oklahoma Second Amendment Association is about the biggest FUD organization I've ever seen. The Oklahoma Second Amendment Association has lost it. Don Spencer has lost his mind. They are not a Second Amendment association. When you go around saying this isn't about Second Amendment rights, this is about YouTube and money. What the fuck? What? If you're exercising your rights, you can't record it. What else is about YouTube and money? I don't know. The NRA. They've got YouTube videos. Just about every gun rights activist that is on YouTube. Okay, there's a reason that people like Richard Hubbard, myself, and others record our open carry walks. And that is because law enforcement and these cackling khakis of the world in the moms demand action because they can't get it anywhere else go around and cause problems, okay? You realize there wouldn't be any need for YouTube. There wouldn't be any need for cameras if people would just respect the Second Amendment and respect the right of law-abiding citizens to keep and bear arms. That's the problem. And yet Don Spencer of the Second Amendment, or the Oklahoma Second Amendment Association, it's OK2A is what they go by, OK2A. But these guys are sitting there saying,
hey, this isn't about the First or Second Amendment. This is about YouTube and money.
What a dick. So I know us in Open Carry, Texas, we've cut off all ties with OK2A because we're not going to sit and support an organization that is going to crap on our right to keep and bear arms and is going to crap on the people who are being attacked. It's people like Richard Hubbard up there in Oklahoma that are defending these rights and making sure that people can get comfortable seeing open carry and seeing what a good guy with a gun looks like. But people like Don Spencer want to continue to further this idea that they should be afraid of something. So Don Spencer and the Oklahoma Second Amendment Association is nothing but a FUD organization. They don't believe in supporting the Second Amendment. I don't know what their problem is, but they obviously don't believe in freedom. And they obviously don't believe in capitalism, because so what if it's about YouTube and money? What if it is? Now you've got two good things going here. You've got the Second Amendment and exercising your Second Amendment. And hey, you're making some money off of these rights that are protected by the Constitution. But they hate them all. Hey, Mike, what's going on, brother? Hope y'all are okay. Don Spencer says he previously cut ties with Harper. Why? Because his antics are unwarranted. By golly, Don Spencer can't have people walking around exercising their rights. By golly, that would make the FUDs look bad. I can't believe that I actually worked with these guys. Spencer also tells K4 that he's still focused on shifting Oklahoma's gun laws. Yeah, probably shifting them more towards Khaki Khaki. That's probably what he's doing. He's probably shifted them that way. Because he sure as hell ain't defending freedom, and he sure as hell isn't defending the Second Amendment. Spencer helped write House Bill 2645, which is sponsored by Representative John Echols. Thursday, the bill passed through committee. The bill says if you're in a restaurant with a bar, you're not required to have a handgun license to carry a firearm with the permission of the property owner. Those bills are not making us safe, Khaki Khaki said. Oh, wait, I forgot to do that in the correct accent.
Those bills are making us safe. They're pandering gun extremists.
That's Khaki Khaki. For his part, Timothy Harper, the good guy in this situation, did provide a statement to K4. There were four of us who walked from Britton Road to 63rd Street. Rick Hubbard, who is the president of the Oklahoma Open Carry Association. OCOCA is the way to go. OCOCA is the way to go. The Oklahoma Open Carry Association, that's the group. But OK2A, I'm telling you, if you know somebody in Oklahoma, make sure they know that OK2A is not a pro-Second Amendment organization. They're not a pro-capitalism organization. I don't know who the hell they are or what they become, but they sure don't care. I think the problem here is, here's the problem, right? OK2A is threatened by OCOCA, the Open Carry or Oklahoma Open Carry Association. And the reason is because, those dollars are getting split up. By golly, Don Spencer needs more money for his organization so they can FUD it up at the legislature, I'm sure. All right, let me start this over again. There were four of us who walked from, and this is Timothy Harper, okay? There were four of us who walked from Britton Road to 63rd Street. Richard Hubbard, who is the president of Oklahoma Open Carry Association. We had just spent the day at the state Capitol lobbying for pro 2A gun bills. We had zero issues the way it should be, other than, of course, people calling the police for no reason whatsoever. There on the story, there is a video. You can hear Khaki Khaki herself at the park. She sounds just like every Moms Demand Action lady. She cackles like everyone else. And so, there you go. But it's absolutely, I can't believe that Don Spencer is essentially taking the side of Khaki Khaki. The Oklahoma Second Amendment Association, OK2A, is essentially siding with Moms Demand Action because they can't get it anywhere else. That's what this story has proven to anybody that pays attention. And there's your story for today. There's your outrageous story for today. Khaki Khaki. I'm telling you, that's the greatest name. From now on, anyone in Moms Demand Action that I come in contact with is going to be a Khaki Khaki. That's going to be my new name for them. And it's just, I wonder how many Khaki Khakis are in OK2A. Oh my gosh. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense that Don Spencer would have that name. After all, it is Spencer's Gifts that sells butt plugs. And I'm pretty sure he's probably wearing one. Yes, I made it personal. Sorry, but the Second Amendment is personal to me. All right. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you tonight. I am not going to make this a super long video. Look at that. I let it at 21 minutes. Y'all take care. Be safe. Be free. It's been good talking to y'all. I appreciate you watching this video. Go and check out the video of the 911 calls from my Florida trip. I'm pretty sure that Don Spencer has something to say about that as well. I'm sure he'll come out with a statement pretty soon that says that people from Texas shouldn't be open carrying outside of their own state. And I just wait for that. I wait for OK2A to also criticize my activism and pretty much everyone else's activism who actually has read the Second Amendment and understands what it means and doesn't kowtow to the cackling khakis of Moms Demand Action because they can't get it anywhere else. Y'all take care. Be safe. Be free. I'm out.